Welcome to today's OverOps Tech Talk, deploying the OverOps agent in Kubernetes using a pod preset. Today we'll cover a quick introduction to pod presets, we'll dive in and take a look at the OverOps agent pod preset, and we'll show how this can be used to deploy the agent in your existing pods by simply adding a label. Pod presets provide a mechanism for injecting certain information into pods, including secrets, volumes, volume mounts, and environment variables at creation time. In order to use pod presets, you'll need to enable this feature in your cluster. You'll need to enable both the API type as well as the emission controller for pod presets. You'll also need to have an OverOps collector up and running and accessible from the pods inside your cluster. Now, let's take a look at the OverOps agent manifest. The manifest is available on GitHub at github.com/takipi-field. Click on Kubernetes and Agent. Here you'll find the Agent Pod Preset Manifest. First, we create a persistent volume claim with access mode read-write many. By using this access mode, we're able to share a single agent across multiple pods in the cluster. Make sure you choose a storage class which supports this access mode. Next, we run a job which downloads the latest agent and extracts it onto the volume. And finally, the pod preset itself. The pod preset matches any pods with the label Takipi inject agent. Any pods with this label will pick up these environment variables and the volume containing our agent. Make sure you set the correct host name for your collector. You'll find a link to this manifest as well as more documentation on our support page at support.overops.com. Simply search for pod preset. Now let's apply the manifest to our cluster. And you'll see it creates the PVC, it runs the job, and it creates the pod preset. Now that we've created our pod preset, to use it, all we need to do is add the label Takipi inject agent to the pods that we want to monitor. In this case, I've got a simple deployment of 3 event generators. This will add the agent to my event generators. Go ahead and apply that. It's created my deployment. There are my 3 pods. If I take a look at the logs, you'll see we've picked up the Java tool options for our agent. And if I describe this pod, you'll see we've picked up the settings from our preset. Now if I go over into OverOps, and there's my 3 event generators. Let's make a quick change here. Maybe we want to scale 5 event generators. Okay. So we have 5 running. Go back over to OverOps, and now I've got 5 event generators. So to recap, once pod presets have been enabled in your cluster and the OverOps agent manifest has been applied, all we need to do is add the label Takipi inject agent to the pods we'd like to monitor with OverOps.